Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got a great fun one for you today. If I roll up a little bit here, got a little panel there, it's got two buttons on it. If you watch this right hand panel, when I click on time left, we're going to have a little countdown timer appear there. If I hit on pricing, it's going to disappear and they can email us for a current price on it. If I click this again, it's going to disappear back to the beginning. Click this one again, we've got our timer. If I click this one again, it's going to disappear back to the beginning. So we're toggling between two different modules there, and we've got a nice image background. Really easy to do, so let's get started. I've got this page open here, and there's no coding involved in this at all today. I'm going to get rid of the row that we've got here. I've got an empty section, the blue tab. I'm going to add a new row. I'm going to throw two columns in my row. Now you can use anything you want to build this. I'm going to use a simple call to action. I'm actually going to add my own buttons to it though, because I want two buttons. So once in the call to action, I'm going to go to content. I'm going to go down to my elements. I'm going to hit add element. I'm going to add a new row, actually inside my call to action. I'm going to have two columns. Inside, I'm going to throw a button. Let's pop one in there. It's the same color, so you can't see it. I'll change that in a minute. And in this one, let's put another button. And I'll just click back on my call to action. We'll change that background and you'll see those buttons there. They're the same color blue. There we go. Perfect. Okay, for this today, I don't want any gap here and I don't want any vertical gap. That way, when it reduces down on mobile, there'll be no gap between the collapsing columns. So in my row, first thing I'm going to do is throw an image background in there, or anything you want to throw in there. You could throw it in this column if you wanted to. I'm going to throw it in the actual row itself right here. Add background image. I think that's the one I used before. We'll use that one again. And we can see the lines there. Like I said, I want to take the horizontal gap away and the vertical gap away. So still in the row, I'm going to go to layout. Here's a horizontal gap. Just going to put a 0 in there. And vertical gap, similar. As you see, that's closed up that gap right there. Okay, now I'm going to add what I want on this side. And again, you can use any modules that you want. I used a simple countdown timer, I believe. And I want it to cover our whole column right here. So I'm going to go to my design. I'm going to go down to sizing. I want it to stretch. And of course, I want it all to be in the middle there. So in the layout, still under design in the counter, I'm going to pop it in the middle. Perfect. I'm going to take those numbers down a bit. They're too large, obviously. So still in design, let's close down layout. Here's the numbers text. Let's take it down to whatever number suits you. Great. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, to set the actual time and date, back in content, under the text here, you've got a date. Just set your date. You can select the hour and minute. I'm going to leave mine on the default there. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to add a new module here, and this will make this look a little strange, but it won't on the front end, so don't worry about it. So I'm going to hit the little dark button to add a new module. And again, you can use exactly what you want. I used a little contact form. I'm going to get rid of the message field. All I want is their name and their email. Well, I like both of those fields to be full width. So let's click on the name field, design, sizing. If we go down, set to a half right now, let's put it on 100%. Perfect. And if we click on this other field now, we can do the same thing. 100%. Perfect. Now if we go back to the content form by hitting the back arrow though, back in the content form, I don't want to have a capture. I just want to pop my button on the right hand side. So over in content, spam protection, turn the capture off. And for my button, I'm just going to click on it, and in the sizing, I'm going to pop it on the right. Perfect. Well, let's give this a background now and give it a little space either side, top and bottom. Background's always under content. There it is. Let's use a simple black on this one perhaps. And to give it a bit of a gap, left, right, top and bottom, let's go into our design. and our spacing this time. Padding top, let's perhaps give it 40 pixels top and bottom and 20 pixels left and right. Obviously adjust to taste. And again, I want it to take up the full width of the column that it's in. So in sizing, again, just above, I'm going to hit grow to fill. Fantastic. Now in our column, I've noticed we've still got a little bit of space top and bottom there. We don't need to worry about that because I'm only ever going to be showing one of these at a time. So let's give these a name. I'm going to go into my counter, under content, we'll hit meta, previously known as admin label with Divi 4. And we'll just call it something to identify it in a minute. If you're not sure what I mean by that, you'll find out soon. I'll show you. And contact, do the same thing. Just call it contact. Great. Now we can identify these. We can create an interaction to hide or show them with these buttons right here. So I'm going to go into my first button. And perhaps I want this one to say time left. Obviously, whatever you need to put in yours. And let's create the interaction for it. Over in Advanced, we'll find the new Interactions tab created with Divi 5. I'm going to add an interaction. When I click on it, I want it to toggle the visibility of our countdown timer here. Now we gave that admin label or metadata of count. So when it brings up the tree here, we can find it a lot easier. There it is, count, perfect. But I'm going to add another interaction because I want to make sure that this is not visible at the same time as this at any time. So when they click on this, I also want it to make sure that this is hidden. So let's add a new one on click. I also want it to make sure hide element of our contact form. And we gave that the name of contact down here. As you can see, there it is. Perfect. And for our other button, you can say contact or whatever you want to say for yours. I'll just say pricing, and they've got a little email and their name they can put in there to request it. So over in content and text, let's say pricing. And again, we're going to add our interactions to this button. Over in advanced, interaction, add interaction. Again, when we click on it, I want it to toggle the visibility, that's correct, this time of our contact form. There it is right there, perfect. And again, we want to make sure that this is never visible at the same time as this one. So on click, I want to make sure that it hides the countdown. There's the countdown timer right there, perfect. Now just to finish off on the front end, we want to make sure that these are both hidden. So initially we don't see them at all until they start clicking on these buttons right here. So let's click on our little countdown timer here. Over in advanced, you're going to find visibility just under the interactions here. I'm going to make sure it's hidden on all devices. As you can see, it's grayed out there. I'm going to do exactly the same thing for our little contact form right here. Perfect. And let's go up. We'll do a quick save. Let's get rid of the preview I've got there, and we'll do a fresh preview on the front end. And here we have it on the front end. As you can see, or as you can't see, neither of our modules are there at the moment. If I click on the time left, we're going to have our timer pop up. If I click on it again, it's going to disappear. Even if I bring it back and click on this one, it's going to disappear because we toggled it. Got our contact form. Again, I can hit that one, it'll take it away. Or if I put that one back up and hit this one, it's going to bring the timer back up. So you can toggle between the two, or the third one with just the image in the background. As you can see, really easy to do, no coding, and that's a great little interactive feature to have on your site. And of course, it's fully responsive if I hit my F12 key. Here we have it on an iPhone. I've got my form up there at the moment. We can get rid of that. That's actually the section below there. If I want to see the time left, we've got that one. Again, I could take those down on mobile version. If you want to see the pricing, We've got a little form right there for them. Perfect. So there we go. There's how to make a great little interaction where you can switch between modules on a little button click like that. And have two modules appear in exactly the same space. And we just added a little more interest there by having the image in the background. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Take a look at our Divi 5 interactions playlist if you want to learn more about interactions. They created some really amazing things that negates a lot of plugins that I've had to use with Divi 4. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.